Hey guys, now before you freak out and think that this video is crazy long, it's all about social media. So if you have a very specific question about a very specific portion of social media, go down below. I'm going to put exactly what time I talk about that piece of social media so you can kind of skip ahead instead of watching through the whole thing, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be about, I don't know, 35, 40 minutes long. I did want to give you guys an update of what happened today. What did I do? What did I do today? I did go to Target to get some stuff for my hospital bag, and of course I ended up going to the baby section and I bought some things for Laura, and I had to show you these pants because they're just super cute. So she has a ton of onesies, but she doesn't have any pants to put over the onesies. So I mean, look how tiny are these. They're so tiny. So tiny. I did go to the doctor today to have my last high-level ultrasound just to make sure that her weight was okay. And it is, like I mentioned, she's fine. She's just going to be tiny, like me. I was 6 pounds, I think 7 ounces when I was born, so she's going to be probably smaller than that. She'll be in the 6-pound range. So that is pretty much it. Can't think of anything else. Yeah, Alora's personal special is rocking and rolling. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, go to yesterday's video or post down below. Very exciting stuff there. But if you have any questions about social media that I didn't cover, just put it down below and I'll try to answer it in my next video. All right, enjoy. Bye, guys. All right, guys, in case I just do a preface video for this, we are going to talk about social media, and this is how I personally use social media. I'm not saying it's the right way. I'm not saying it's the only way. This is just how I use social media. And I think one of the biggest questions that I get is, does it help with sales? And so I'll be completely honest with you, it has a very small percentage of my sales come from people finding me on social media. The things that I do get out of social media are recruits, which we all know are better than sales in the long run. So this is just how I do it. You can see up at the top, like I have everything open, so that way you can kind of see what's going on. So we'll start over here with Buffer. Excuse me, with Buffer. So I personally pay for Buffer. It's $10 a month, and that allows me to have unlimited posts, unlimited profiles. I personally think it's worth it. It's completely up to you, of course. I think with the free version, you can only post to a couple of, profiles or pages, and you can only post, I think 5 posts. You can only buffer 5 posts. So for me, it's best to have the paid, because I do everything like on a Saturday. I'll get everything completely buffered out, and then I don't have to worry about it until the next weekend. So I don't have anything buffered right now. So I wanted to show you exactly how to buffer. And so you can see over here on the side, I have all of my social media that I can and want to buffer to. So this is my Twitter, of course, and then I have my personal Facebook group. That's where my friends, family, customers, and you'll see that here in a second. I have my personal team, like my downline, my front line, and my downline. That's this one. My personal Facebook page, my Google Plus page, and then my Facebook business page, which I'll show you also, just for my geographical area. So with Twitter, and you can see like right here, what do you want to share? Right now it's just on Twitter, but you can click and you can choose to have whatever it is buffered to all of them. But we're just going to do Twitter. So if you go to analytics, it'll show you all of the past things. You can see that I haven't been in buffer that often, but I do try to get things that happen on a weekly basis. So like right here, the team Make It Happen, that's part of my upline. We have a training call every Saturday. So I always put some kind of tweet in there about, team training, so that way people can see like, okay, well, this group, they actually have calls that you can be a part of. And if I miss it on Saturday, I put, hey, it was yesterday, it was great, what are you doing to be motivated? And then same thing, we have a call on Thursday for our team. And so they can see that we have weekly training calls for new consultants, yada yada. Let's see. So if I want, I can come in and I can rebuffer this post and I'll put it back in my content, which is over here. But I want to show you how I utilize some of this stuff. So this is the marketing kit that I've already unzipped from the resources tab. So let's, I don't know, let's just choose the scent trend. So you can add a photo. And so I don't know what to say. Let's see. Scentsy's scent trend is coconut milk. I don't know, super vague. And I will tell you that, and I'll show you this in a minute, you can use hashtags, but with Twitter, you really don't need hashtags, which I'll show you here in a second. But so I'm going to come back in here and delete this because that's not really what I want to say. But then you just add it to your queue, and then it's showing this is going to go today. And so I do have a schedule to where it posts at different times. You can choose to only do it 1 time a day or 7 times a day. It doesn't matter. I only do it 4 times a day. And if for some reason I decide that, you know what, I really don't want it to go at that time, you can switch it to whatever time or day that you want. And it is very specific for each one. So let's see, for this one, this schedule is just once every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So that is how I buffer. It is really nothing crazy. With the analytics, you can choose to see the items that were most favored or most clicks or most retweets or ones that are least popular, so you know that you don't really need to worry about doing that again because it didn't get that much interaction. So that is buffer. I hope that helped with buffer. So I'm going to close out buffer. With Instagram, Instagram is a photo sharing platform. That's all you do, is you share a photo. So you should be able to share the photo just like this, because we're looking at the Instagram.com. You should be able to look at this and tell what's going on, right? You shouldn't have to really read the bottom part. So you want your pictures to make people want to look at the rest of your things. And so, to be honest with you, I personally make 99% of the things that go on my Instagram. And you do want to try to mix it up between personal posts. Of course, here's me 38 weeks pregnant, a couple yesterday. And then with your Scentsy post or with your whatever direct sales company you're with post, you want to make sure it is, you know, evened out. You don't want to overwhelm people. So that's why I have cute little videos and pictures of Bentley. So if possible, you want to make things yourself. And now I use an app called Word Swag. It's $3.99. I personally think it is worth it because you can make all kinds of things. So this one right here was solely made with Word Swag. And it also allows you to do a watermark. This also up here, this WK is also a watermark for Wickless Kmbrly. This one right here was done with a couple. So the thank you was Rona Designs, and I'm going to put all this in the bottom for you. And then the arrow was from A Beautiful Mess. So it was a couple of them put together. Whenever VIP came out, I pretty much made this. I mean, I copy and paste some of the stuff from the website. This is personal. This is, of course, you know, something that someone else made. But trying to be as, you know, as personal as you can be about the things that you're doing, things that you've made. You also do not want to use any celebrities. So I know that there are some posts out there about, I don't know, whenever we did the transition, there were pictures of Kim Kardashian and Lucille Ball. Just make sure you don't use any celebrities. We are not allowed to use celebrities or licensed product like that. So I just went and Googled a little girl crying about the spring and summer scents going away. Yeah, I mean, this is personal. Like, this is me. This is me smelling my first scent of fall. Can you guess what it is? Samples going out. This is one that I searched and found about a diffuser, just snapshots from YouTube. I love these type of pictures. You've probably seen these like this with my postcards. I love those type of pictures because people are like, well, what is that? Let me click on it to see what it is. So that is basically how I use Instagram. And of course, something like this. This post has nothing to do with Scentsy, but you can see a catalog in the back and then the Scentsy cup. So just trying to think ways of getting Scentsy out there. How I travel with Scentsy, my car, sticker, stuff like that. So that is how I use Instagram. Make sure that you use hashtags. I am a crazy hashtagger. I use probably every hashtag available with Scentsy. So regular Scentsy, I choose Scentsy, independent Scentsy consultant, star consultant at work, I sell wax, I sell oils, all kind of Scentsy tags. And it gets followers, it gets likes, and the more you ask questions too, which we'll talk about on Facebook, that's where people get involved with you. Let's see. Another cool thing about Instagram is that whenever you are on the actual app, you have the opportunity to share to Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and Flickr. Now, I personally don't have a Flickr, but anytime that I post a picture on Instagram that has to do with Scentsy, I automatically choose Twitter and Tumblr. Now, I never use Tumblr ever, but it's just another social media that's available out there for me, so I just link it with, here, where's my Tumblr? I just link it with my Instagram, so it's the same things. So if anybody is in Tumblr and they're searching for, these hashtags, they're going to find me that way. So that's Tumblr. Into like a blog site. Let's see, let's go back to Instagram. Up in the top, you want to make sure that you have your website in the description or as the link to be chosen. I personally, anytime I put out a YouTube video, I put the link of my YouTube video in the actual website portion, so that way it's easily clickable for people to get to. But that is pretty much it with Instagram. My posts that I do on Instagram, like I said, I share it to Twitter and to Tumblr, but I don't share to Facebook because usually whenever I share something on Facebook, I really want to say something different. I want it to be more elaborate, or I don't want to include all those crazy hashtags. So that's why I don't usually do it to Facebook. Another reason is because I don't post too many things on my personal Facebook page about Scentsy. I usually use my group and business pages for that. Okay, that's Instagram. Let's talk about Pinterest. So a lot of you on the team page asked, like, why would you use Pinterest? How do you use Pinterest? And so I will tell you that, and I know if you watched one of my vlogs earlier, this is what took up majority of my time on September 1st, getting all of these new warmers in place. And so I usually put the boards that get the most attention at the front. So like Scentsy Warmer of the Month. This always gets a video. Every single month it goes in here. This one could technically be first because it does have I guess it gets a little bit more attention. It doesn't really matter. But starting here with the Scentsy diffuser, this is pretty much every collection that we have. And anytime, well, let's see. Let me show you how you can do this. So you just go to your website and you choose whichever one you want to see, and then you can do it to Pinterest. And that's it. And it gives you all of this information and it links to your website, which is the biggest piece. So let's say, let's use, we'll do Scentsy Laundry. So Scentsy Laundry, as you know, there are a ton of scents. A ton of scents. So instead of going in here and choosing one for every single scent, I just have a pin for each individual item. So as you can see, it has my website down here. So anytime someone comes in here and says, okay, well, I want to know what these washer whiffs are, they can click on the washer whiffs and it's going to take them to my website, and it's going to take them to see every single scent that we have available, every size, so that way they can choose from there and I don't have to pin every single one. Same thing with, let's see, and all of this information is copied straight from the website. I didn't make any of that up, of course. That's just all from Scentsy. So Scentsy Skin, same thing. So we have the souffle, the hand cream, and then the fragrance roller. So if they click on fragrance roller and they want to see what the fragrance roller is all about, it's going to take them to that category with all of the different scents, and they can choose from there, which is pretty nice. Now, if you are on Pinterest, and I'm only saying this from experience, and it's fine with me if you do this, but just a warning for you. If you come into, let's say, this pin of mine that I have uploaded that has my information on it, and you go to pin it, if someone goes into that pin on your Pinterest page and click on it, it's going to go to me. So anytime you pin something from somewhere else, especially if it's direct sales, so like for us for Scentsy, make sure you change your address on the bottom. I've seen it happen before, so that's just a call out. Just an FYI. Okay, so that is Pinterest. And then I have my boards. I'm sure you saw the boards are done by the different types of warmers. And so I really just used the product list to make sure that I had all the warmers in there that were needed. Ball cap warmers are just what Scentsy gives us from the marketing kit, and then these are just from the website. Nothing crazy. Same thing with the accessories. So that way they can pretty much shop the entire Scentsy website from my Pinterest, and it does go back to my website, of course. Okay, so that's Pinterest. I did want to show you on Twitter that you do not need hashtags. Hashtags only help show what's trending. And so if there's a time where you're bored at night, you can search for Scentsy. And I like to do live. Got people that are tweeting right this second. And so like this one, this very top one, this isn't hashtagged. Same thing with this one, not hashtagged. And well, I mean, it is here, but it's not hashtagged in the main part. So right here, so this person is, have you checked out the Scentsy essential oil? So this isn't hashtagged. And so anytime I'm bored, I have nothing to do, I'll search the Scentsy hashtag on Twitter and just kind of scroll through and see if anyone who isn't a consultant has posted something about Scentsy. So like this, finally ordered some things off Scentsy. Okay. It looks like she's probably not a consultant, so we can favorite that. And so that way she can see that, hey, there's a Scentsy consultant that liked my post. Same thing with, like peers. Like, she can see that I like her post. She could follow me. I could follow her. But one thing I wanted to point out is that I haven't had time to brand this page. This is my old branding from last season. So you'll see on my YouTube channel, my Facebook page, what my new branding looks like. But you always want to brand yourself. Make sure you have your website everywhere. Make sure people know who you are. And then you use that everywhere you go. So for me, you guys know it's Wickless Kmbrly, and I say that every time I do a video intro. Okay, so that's it for Twitter. So let's do YouTube. If you're thinking about doing a YouTube video, there is a YouTube Creators Academy that I highly suggest you search for and look into. And then over here, where it talks about channel tips, I always look at these. It always has some really great advice of how to grow my channel and things that I can do to make my channel better. But this is my new branding, the gray and the purple with the new logo. And a lot of people ask, how do you get those pictures without the background? That's probably one of the biggest questions that I get. You can take any picture from your workstation and you can save it to your computer, open up Word, insert that picture, and then you should be able to either right click or somewhere up in the top part of the formatting of the Word document is going to be a button that says remove background, and that's it. It's really simple. And then you can save it. You save it as a .png, and that way it stays as no background. And so this is super personalized to me. It has a picture of my catalogs with my story with Arlo and Yoshi. So this one is specifically for me, of course. But I wanted to take a minute to show you guys what my channel looks like if you've never actually clicked on my channel and you just see me pop up in your subscription. I really like to have my channel organized so that way it is easy to look through. So it's pretty simple. So warmer of the month, customer videos, any type of team training that I do, my vlogs, Tip Tuesday, popular, personal, and then anything with a baby update in it. Also, one of the things that I got from this academy over here is to have a channel tour. And so if you've never seen this, I highly suggest you come to this page, this portion, and you can even search for YouTube channel tour with Kmbrly. And it is a super short video about what my channel is about, what they're going to find. And it is extremely helpful to get more subscribers, in my opinion, because I can see how many times or when people are actually watching that compared to when people are subscribing to my channel. If you guys need any help with anything at YouTube, of course, you guys, you can always ask. You can always, link your Scentsy website here, all of your other social media as well, though people can find you in other places. Okay, so let's talk about Facebook. So this is my Facebook group page. It is a closed group. This page is only for my friends, my family, and my customers, and anyone who is in my frontline / downline, or any consultants that I've kind of adopted along the way. So if you don't fall into that category, please don't be offended if I don't let you in. The majority of my posts are the same as my geographical page, business page. I just like to keep this one for my friends and my family. Not that there's anything out of compliance on this page, because trust me, my team would call me out if there was. But I wanted to kind of show you things that I post so that way you can see. So in yesterday's video, I talked a little about this. So if you're going to offer a personal special, if you have not read the guidelines, you cannot say what the personal special is. You can only say that you're having a personal special, and then people have to comment or like or message you, and then you have to give them that personal special one-on-one. Same thing with Facebook parties. None of that stuff can be done in an open forum. It has to be directly one-on-one to that person or through email. So you can see people just commented below, but I wanted to show you that, make these. People want to see, and you guys know Facebook is the main stage. This is where everybody is on Facebook. And you should know that you are not the only Scentsy consultant that is on their Facebook page. And so all those amazing flyer groups that we're a part of, that everyone uses, myself included. I'm not casting myself out of that, but your friends and family are seeing the same pictures from different Scentsy consultants. But whenever you come in and you make your own, it makes you stand out. It makes you look different, and it makes you unique. So just keep that in mind. So I made this on Word Swag. The biggest thing with me with Facebook is asking questions. Ask questions. Let me see one. Like this one. We saw this one earlier on Instagram. So ask questions. So I talked about, this is my last cube of Hello Yellow. I'm heartbroken. And so I said, have you ever been heartbroken when you've used the last of one of your favorite scents? What was it? People want to talk. They want to give their opinion. They want you to know. And so this one had, not too many comments, but it had people that were commenting on it. Let's see. So my team usually, post questions on here, which is really awesome because it gets people seeing that, like Miss Judy here, we got paid, and we can't talk about how much we got paid as part of the Scentsy standards, but we can definitely talk about what we're going to use our pay for. People can kind of guess how much we're getting. And like this one has nothing to do with Scentsy whatsoever. It has to do with me being pregnant on Labor Day, hoping I don't go to labor, but I got a lot of people to like it, so a lot of people came to my page. Here's another one where you can ask questions. So the hospital confirmed that I can bring Scentsy to my labor and delivery and recovery. What are your go-to calming scents? I know what mine are, but I want people to comment and tell me what theirs are. So I got a couple people to tell me what theirs were. Just make your own content. This is my favorite part. So when people get their Scentsy order and they tag you in it, that is my favorite part. So like this one. This is a huge rivalry in Texas, right? A&M and UT. So I'm just going to leave these right here. I'm going to, if you want any of these warmers, I'm going to leave you my shortened link so that way they can go purchase that. So this is my Facebook group page. Like I said, it's just for friends and family. This is my new branding, same pretty much as my my YouTube. And then here is my business page, and you'll see it has pretty much the same things on it. The videos, this VIP subscription, how VIP works. I did want to mention that you can have, and we went through compliance with this, you can have a geographical location in the name of your page like this. It just can't be up here in the URL. So make sure you keep that in mind. So anytime somebody searches Los Angeles and Scentsy, I should be the one that pops up first. And this page has only been going for a couple of weeks, which is pretty exciting. So if you have questions about Facebook business page and boosting posts, I'll put the video up in the top so you can see what that looks like. But with Facebook, always put your website. No matter what, always put it in there so that people know exactly where to go. Make sure that you're sharing information and not sounding too sales pitchy. And so on this one, whenever I put up my holiday video, I put it's a super short video, just see what's new for Christmas. What do you think? And of course, people are commenting about what they like about the holiday collection. I'm not being pitchy or sales pitchy. I'm just sharing, and people will be able to tell that. They'll be able to see that you're not trying to sell it. You're trying to share what you love. Talked about this in the other video too, about being positive. Don't bash the company you work for on social media. Your customers and your friends and family can see that. And then make sure you use Facebook to share your wins, share your promotions, your excitement about people being added to your team, or we just got paid, here's what we're getting. And just be positive, as always. So I hope this helped. I'm an open book, so just put it down below. Hope this helped you guys. Have a good one. Bye.